Uh, what's happening? What is happening? Salute to everyone out there, man. Yeah, Whoopi, and these women on this show are evil, man. Why don't the Republicans punish people for saying things we don't like? That's one thing that the Democrats got. They crush your free speech. They're gonna take away your speech. You ain't just gonna be saying anything. Shout out to Jacob Mullins, man. Shout out to Roger W. Shout out to TJ, the conservative hustler. Couch Merlot, Edwin, Dre, Willie. We in the building, man. Liberals ain't gonna let you say shit. Liberals ain't gonna let you talk. When they in power, say something they don't like. When liberals are in power, I dare you. You say something the liberals don't like. You ain't gonna be using your little account. You better have a backup account. Liberals, the reason people got burner accounts, because you need a burner account. When liberals are in the White House, you need a burner account. Press 1. You better have you a burner account when liberals in the White House. Because they don't just let you run around and say anything. You better you better be careful what the hell you say. Shout out to Main TV, man. Republicans we let liberals say anything, and that's how they sow them little seeds of dissension, and that's how they, you know, they erode everything just by. We gotta silence these people, man. Like the same way they silenced us when they was in power. We gotta silence them. We gotta punish them for saying stupid shit. We gotta punish them. Listen to this, man. We gotta punish them for saying stuff, man. Listen to this, man.
Look, a young woman is dead. Let's take that into consideration. And yes, a man who should have been behind bars was loose and out.
Well, he should have been.
Listen.
Yeah.
He was a schizophrenic man. His mother begged them to take him and put him away. So stop politicizing this. This is not political. Yeah. This has to do with how we take care of our sick Americans when they are in need.
I hate them, man. I hate them. Why we can't deplatform them like they did everybody when we was in. Salute to Gals from Below. It says Black Columbo to the rest. Why can't we shout out to Gals from Below? Why can't we deplatform them? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm literally asking. Why can't we deplatform them? Why can't we take their platform away the same way they did to us? Is this a reason? I mean, I don't know. There might be a reason. There might be a reason. There might be a reason that I'm not thinking of. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It could be a reason, and y'all can help me come up with that. Like, why we not deplatforming these people? Why we not taking their platform away like they did the conservatives? When they were in power, they took all our platforms away. They got us up out of there. They got all the leading conservatives. They got them up out of there. They got rid of them. You don't get to talk. You don't get to have a platform. You have to go underground. Why do these whores get to get on TV every day, and we got the power? We in the president. We in the White House. And the reason I know a lot of people gonna say, well, that's not right. You know, you don't want to play the game dirty like they do. Just because they're dirty doesn't mean you have to be dirty. Excuse me. Excuse me. Said they're owned by Disney. Yeah, conservatives. I see all these conservative channels. They kind of love this stuff, so they can make content about it every day. Like, oh, look what this crazy thing that this liberal said. We amplified liberal voices. And I think that's good. That served its purpose at one point. Don't get me wrong, to show everybody how stupid they were. But now you got to crush them, man. I don't think the Republicans have that in them to crush. You got to crush these liberals. It got to be total war. You got to crush them, or they're gonna sneak back into power. They're gonna figure out some way to get back into power one day. You got to crush liberals, man. Trump is acting. You said conservatives never act. Yeah, as a collective, conservatives never act. As a collective, they never act. Trump is acting. He's acting. He's leading as an individual. But yeah, as a collective, yeah, conservatives don't act. They just, man, these women should have to go to YouTube. We should force these chicks to have a YouTube channel. Or what's that other one? Bird, the little bird, whatever the fuck they got. It's the one the Twitter for liberals. What's that? What's that called? The Twitter for liberals. What is it called? I forgot the name of it. It's like a Twitter for liberals. Blue Sky. Yeah, make these chicks. These chicks should have to be on Blue Sky. You should have to download the Blue Sky app to hear anything they say. This is insane, man. We play by rules. We play by rules.
Look, a young woman is dead. Let's take that into consideration. And yes, a man who should have been behind bars was loose and out.
Well, he should have been.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
She was about to argue with that. She was about to argue that. And whatever she would have said to argue that he should have been behind bars, they would have clapped for her when she finished. Everybody in the audience would have clapped. Press 1. She was about to argue that. Jew Behar. Jew Behar was about to argue that.
Consideration. And yes, a man who should have been behind bars was loose and out.
Well, he should have been.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
He was a schizophrenic man. His mother begged them to take him and put him away. So stop politicizing this. This is not political.
Yeah.
This has to do with how we take care of our sick Americans when they are in need.
So now the Carlos Brown Jr. is a sick American. He's a sick American. Think about that. He's just a sick American. That's all he was. Where's this look like? Is this DC? I don't know. Where is this at? Uh, another day. Anybody recognize this train? I don't know. I don't know. I ain't been on a bus. I ain't been on a bus in DC in years. I don't know. I can tell by. Holy shit! Oh shit! Now them some good punches. Them shits are hitting flush. Them joints is hitting flush. Somebody said, you want me to call the police. Think about how dumb that is. Do you want asking the white man, hey, do you want me to call the police? And then waiting for a response. Niggers are the devil. Press 1. And y'all deserve everything y'all get for this backlash. Asking that white man while he getting his ass kicked, hey man, you want me to call the police? I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. No answer? All right. Put my phone away. Yo, niggas is awful, man. When I say, oh, salute to you, Self Inc., man. Shout out to you, bro. Somebody said they killed Charlie Kirk in Utah. That's fake news. That's fake news. If I look this shit up in this fake news, I'm blocking you, man. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow. Holy shit. Get the fuck out of here. No way. Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be fucking killing me, man. Hold on, man. No way they just killed Charlie Kirk, man. No way, man. No way they just killed Charlie Kirk. I don't believe that, man.
Counting or not counting game violence?
Oh my God. Go, run. Whoa.
Counting or not counting game violence?
Holy shit. No way, dog. No way. Hold on, man. Anybody want to come up? I'm going to drop the link, man. Anybody got any information about this, man? Please come up, man. I gotta change the whole show, man. I gotta change the whole show. Hold on, let me see something, man. I gotta change the whole show. Wow. 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 This is absolutely insane. This is insane, bro. If you know anything about this, man, come on up, man. I'm dropping the link. I don't know nothing about this, man. Thank you for telling me, man. Salute to you, man. I had no idea about this, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Woo! I had no idea, man. Wow. That was a death blow, too. He did. He did. He did. He did, man. Wow. He did, man. That was a death blow right there. That was a death blow right there, man. Woo! Man. Charlie Kirk. That's what I was talking about earlier. Wasn't I saying? Listen, they don't play. Their side, they don't play. Okay? Their side don't play. Their side don't play. We play around. We play around, man. We F around, man. They don't play. They tried to kill Trump. Who remembers that? Press 1 if you remember when they tried to kill Trump. Is this Jason Whitlock saying something about that? He must be speaking about that. They hate his ass too. He's hated too. Jason Whitlock, that's my bro, man, but he's hated too. The left hates him. They can't, especially black leftists. They fucking hate Jason too. This is crazy. Wow. This one says, Nick Fuentes says, this feels like a nightmare. One of the most horrific things I've ever seen. I feel absolutely gutted and devastated. Pray for Charlie Kirk's soul, his young family, and for our country. The violence and hatred has to stop. Our country needs Christ now more than ever. God, dog. Charlie Kirk. Fuck. They got Charlie Kirk up out of here, man. What's up, Nick Town? What's cracking, man?
Yo, they fucking this shit is insane, bro. They fucking splashed my man Charlie. Well, they ain't my guy, but they splashed Charlie Kirk in the fucking neck like that. That's crazy.
It looked like the chest.
Nah, that shit was his neck, bro. You gotta look at that shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro. Did you see how much fucking blood came out immediately? That is
Yeah.
over. It's over, dog.
That's why I said he did. That's what I said he did. Like, it's a death blow. Yeah, that's why I said it was dead. Like, I reported that he was dead. Like, he dead.
Yeah,
We're showing, by the way, our affiliate in Utah, and the aftermath of the shooting. You could see people running away pretty quickly, as you would imagine they would do at gunshots. The FBI director, Kash Patel, has weighed in on this. He just tweeted the following: "We're closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and the investigation." Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use. Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast.
So they're basically justifying it. He's divisive. This is disgusting. The left is disgusted, man.
Ongoing response and the investigation. Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarized.
It's you don't say that after somebody got shot. You don't say that after somebody just got shot. That's why I was started the show. I didn't know none of this happened. When I started the show, I was telling people, what did I start the show off with? I was like, yo, they don't play. We on some bullshit. When they got power, they don't play no games. They take your rights away. They take your free speech away. Did you hear that? Was you here for that, Nick Tell?
Yeah. I thought you were saying that in response because I came in
I
a little
had
late.
no idea until dude just told. I was about to block him because he was like Charlie Kirk guy. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. You just trying because sometimes they try to disrupt your show by throwing you off course when you cooking. When you cooking, they love to throw you off course. So I was like, oh, he trying to throw me off course. I'm out here cooking. I was like, I'm gonna block this motherfucker. I went and oh man, second I saw the first class, he did. He did.
I said the same thing. As soon as the bullet hit him, I was like, yeah, it's all right.
Rising, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use. Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast. He opines on almost everything. He's been very closely aligned with the president since his initial run for office in 2015, 2016. And his ties to Trump really elevated his own brand. He was really quite young as an activist when the president launched his initial campaign. And he has kind of ridden along with MAGA since 2016 and built up a massive, massive brand of his own. His group has brought in tons and tons of money.
So they're basically justifying his death on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he's divisive.
Yeah.
He aligned with Magna. He brought in a lot of money. So, you know, I can see why somebody killed him.
And you know it's crazy? Like Charlie Kirk isn't even like
Nah, he's very
not
white. He's white. You know
not
how
even
white
like
people are? Oh, go ahead. Not good.
no, he's not like I'm just talking about like where he's not at on the spectrum. of like
Right, he's reasonable. He's reasonable.
he's not like a Nick Fuentes or
Nah,
fucking Stefan Molyneux or a fucking Jared Taylor and shit. Or who else?
nah. Anybody. He not Alex Jones. He not you know what I'm saying? He keeps it civil with these people. Even Steven Crowder is and Gavin McInnes are worse
Mm-hmm.
if you're a liberal are worse than him.
Yeah, this dude's like a regular MAGA conservative, bro. And the fact they did him like this, it's like you could tell like
Oh my
they really view like MAGA people or conservative people like they view them all basically the same, bro. Because
yeah.
if Kirk if you did this to Kirk and he really doesn't, this nigga like he was talking about I remember one video I saw of him a few years ago. He was talking about stamping green cards to people's fucking college degrees and shit. Like he wasn't fucking going that hard for real, bro. He really wasn't.
Yeah, we at war. This is war. This is war between the ideology. Oh, this is the guy? Yeah, boomer.
Wow, wow. It was this nigga.
Yeah. He loves black people. None of his kids ever went to school with black people. None of his he lives in fucking Utah. He just loves black people. And he gotta defend black people because Charlie Kirk is racist by saying that, the fucking guy stabbed the chick on because of race.
I wanna
Go ahead.
I wanna hear can't wait till more information comes out about this guy. Look at this man and his beautiful white family.
I'm telling you, man. Look at that beautiful white family.
Bunch of
Jesus.
productive citizens that aren't ever going to commit crimes. They're going to pay taxes,
I'm telling you.
fucking contribute to society, man. Damn.
This is
Awesome, bro.
brutal. Yeah, that's a beautiful. He got a beautiful family, man. Wow, and the backdrop adds to it,
Yeah.
but it's a beautiful family. MSNBC criticized Charlie Kirk moments after he was shot in the neck. Yep, they sure did. I'm sick to my stomach. This is absolutely disgusting. The leftists are pure psychopaths. Yep. Yep. Jason Whitlock say, pray, pray, pray. Charlie Kirk, yo, I ain't no praying, man. If he
Right.
survived that,
If he survived, then
yo,
God damn.
Utah, whatever hospital he gets sent to, man. Yo, that person need to be the surgeon need to be man or woman of the year if he survived that, because you could tell it was a high velocity round, and it was one of those sniper rounds that like they use in war, because the way his body it didn't like blow him off, it hit him. It went in. It killed him. Wasn't meant to like blow him across the room or nothing. It was meant to go in and just. Oh my God. That was that was a good shot too. That dude.
Yeah, that was an excellent shot.
That dude right there. He I bet he's in the military too.
The question is macro Islam compatible with Western values?
No.
Macro. Of course it's not. There are three major reasons why. Islam does not believe in freedom of speech. Islam does not believe in freedom of religion, and Islam does not believe in separation of mosque and state. Those three things are antithetical to the West. In a Muslim majority country, most Muslim majority countries, you cannot criticize the Prophet Muhammad. In most Muslim majority countries, you do not have the same robust freedom of religion protections. And finally, whereas we in the West are very careful to try to intermix religion and state, they are commanded to actually go into the state and try to change the state to be more Islamic around the core pillars of Islam. And the last thing I'll finally say is, I cannot see a single Western country that has become more Islamic and has become a better place to live that is happier or freer.
By what metric? Just happiness, quality.
Everything.
He said, dude, by what metric? By every fucking metric, you asshole.
Country that has become more Islamic.
Look at Philly. Philly's nothing but Muslims. Has that made Philly better?
course not.
And it's become a better place to live that is happier or freer.
By what metric? Just happiness, quality of life?
Everything from quality of life, from cultural cohesion, from whether people want to live there, from prior to the native-born fertility rates.
Again, people watching this will say is your criticism of the religion itself or not Muslim people? Because there are British Muslims who have been born here.
You don't have to caveat it all the time. I know you guys have to because you're British and all that. A culture ceases to exist when we don't have unified language. When you cannot talk to your neighbor. I'm not discounting that there are good individual Muslims. The question that we need to reckon with the West is Mohammedanism compatible with the teachings of Blackstone? Is it compatible with the legacy of Wilberforce?
All right.
And the great thinkers that have come from this country? And I will say, no, there's a reason why when you go to these Islamic countries that you're not going to see the equal protection of rights, that you do not believe in universal human equality, that you do not believe the same things that we believe in the West. And I think it's suicidal to import millions of them.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
I want to hear black people take on this.
Yeah. There's a brother right here.
I want to hear him justify this.
Watching that video of Charlie Kirk, I'm not a crying man. But I just can't believe this. Yeah, I can't believe it, man. We fight so much on this app. We fight so much on this internet over just frivolous things that's so unimportant.
Hit the like button. They are important. I disagree. What Charlie Kirk was saying, what he just said was very important. Because I'm black. We're going to be slaves under Islam. Under Islam rule country, we're going to be slaves. White people just going to be fucking getting bullied and bombed and shit like that and mistreated. Them Islam is going to turn niggas to slaves. That's what they do everywhere because we weak. So what he just said was important. Press 1. It's very important. Salute to everybody. Everybody hit that like button right now. If you never hit the like button on the Aquanation Show, hit it right now. If you never shared, share it right now. Hit the like button, share the video. We going in.
And there are people out here trying to kill us. And we still try to kill each other. They just shot this man in front of the whole world. I can't even look at the camera, bro, because I'm going to get too emotional about this, bro. But we just got to stick together, man. That man is an American hero. If they can do that to him, they can do that to anyone. And they will. This is one of the most significant assassination attempts since MLK. This man changed America in ways that he never gets the credit for. I mean, we can credit us even having Gen Z, millennials, and any generation after completely to Charlie Kirk. Thanks to him. This man is an American hero and a god.
I think it's several of them. I think he's one of them. You know what I mean? But he's going to go down because he died. And, you know, when you die to the, you know what I mean, you get the glory. But Steven Crowder, Gavin McInnes, Alex Jones, all them guys, even Brandon Tatum going to these colleges and arguing with these liberal students and, you know, showing them how stupid they are. It's a lot of people that have been doing that. But Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA is probably the top one. Yeah. It's crazy, man. What's also my boy, what's his name? Myron Gaines, he's starting to do that. You see him?
Yeah, but Myron's too fucking emotional with that.
Yeah, but you know, he a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it come out differently. But you know what I'm saying? But he also Muslim, so it's like, you know, whatever. But when you go, these campuses are hostile. Like they chased Riley Gaines out of there, remember?
They chased Myron Gaines out?
No, Riley Gaines.
The swimmer.
the swimmer who lost to the dude took her medal in the swimming thing, and she went around and started being like an advocate for not having trans in women's sports.
Oh wow.
They chased her out of one of them colleges out in out west. I think it was San Francisco somewhere. And she had to like they were gonna fucking rip her limb from limb. It's very hostile going into these places. Like it is. It's not like a joke going into these liberal campuses. These people are hostile. Trump says we must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him. Yeah, it looked like he finitoed, man. It looked like they finitoed Charlie Kirk, man.
Counting or not counting game finals.
Oh my God! Go run! Oh.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like, man. My first thing was like, oh, he did. And I don't want to say that. Here go the guy again for all you people that
Look at that hole in his neck. God dang. Hey, that nigga got a crater in his neck, bro. He's happy, right? He feels like he did his part to conquer those evil conservatives. He felt like he went out like a true martyr.
He old. He probably his best days. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about, the neck. Oh yeah, I thought he hit the chest.
Look at that fucking crater in his neck, bro. That hole is huge, man.
That girl died from getting stabbed with a pocket knife in her neck. And she died fast. You saw the whole video?
No, I didn't even see the whole video.
Man.
Wait. They released the video of like him actually stabbed. Oh shit.
Yeah. She died. She like 10 seconds after that, she was curled up on the floor.
Jesus Christ. How many times did he stab her?
Looked like twice, and he like maybe twice, and the third one looked like he cut his hand on the third one, and that's why he didn't stab her no more. Because the third time it looked like the knife blade came down on his hand, and I'd say twice, and yeah, she 10 seconds later she was on the ground not moving, dead.
Wow.
He got shot with a high velocity round. I mean, that round that went through his neck, the size of my Johnson. Like,
Jesus Christ.
You ever seen them bullets that they put in them motherfucking
yeah.
sniper guns? Them
yeah, those things are huge, man.
Them joints. They. Now I know the whole bullet ain't. It's just that's the casing, but still, what comes out of that? What's left after you fire that motherfucker? That shit is a lot to go through your motherfucking neck, man. Pause. Yeah, them shits be huge, man. Have you ever seen them when they shoot them Arabs like on the mountain or in Afghanistan, the sniper videos?
No, I've never seen.
Oh man, they just be dropping the motherfuckers. The motherfuckers be walking. I mean, poof, drop, drop. Like that shit, a kill rate with that joint is like 100%.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, I emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
In which a shooting like this.
Charlie Kirk was gunned down at a speaking event in Utah. How many more attacks must we endure until we get serious about addressing left-wing violence? Yeah, this is definitely left-wing, and you got to call it that. If no more pussyfooting around. Call it that, or get the fuck, or you not serious.
And this is just another continuation, bro. Remember that that Mario nigga that killed the dude. What was that nigga? That young dude. Like I think he was Italian. Name was Mario or some shit.
Oh, Mangione.
Yeah.
Killed the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why he did? Wasn't that like he was on some it was some ideological shit, right?
It was like because the insurance companies, he said that they was like screwing the people over. You couldn't get it because it's hard to get a insurance claim. At the big ones, like they don't process your claim or they don't approve your claim if you get hurt a lot of times. And he was, I guess fighting back against that. I don't think that had anything to do necessarily. It could have, but
Okay.
but yeah, this is absolutely insane. This is absolutely
evacuate. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking every single one of you right now to pray for my friend Charlie Kirk. I've known Charlie for a decade. Charlie has been shot. This is real. I don't know anything else. I'm trying to find out, but all I can say right now is that everybody needs to pray for Charlie Kirk. This is real. Charlie Kirk is a loving father. I'm hearing reports he's being evacuated via helicopter. There's a lot of things. Everyone needs to pray right now for Charlie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking every single one of you right.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, listen, man. That was, if he survives this, salute to him, man. That was a death blow right there. It says, man. Demons amongst us, democrats amongst us. Please balance the scales. Let us keep Charlie Kirk. He has so much more to give. Wow, this is absolutely insane, man. Oh, this is another angle.
This is it. Yeah, fair to say? Right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Get down.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker left his girlfriend. This motherfucker right here, he left his girlfriend.
What the fuck?
You ever been in a place when this happened? You ever been in
Wow.
a place with somebody, not like this from the rifle, but somebody starts shooting?
Yeah.
Man,
Everybody just started scattering and shit.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, that shit ain't no joke, man. Motherfuckers, you don't wait for your party. Most people don't wait. Hey, everybody, let's all. No, you just go.
Get the fuck up out of there.
It's human instinct. It's not even like a conscious decision.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, motherfucker, and that's where people get trampled. I wonder how many people got trampled at this thing, man, because it's on a hill and like ain't nobody waiting for you to move out the way. Motherfuckers is like Earl Campbell out there, motherfucker, running, breaking tackles and shit. That shit ain't no joke, man. So they're not telling us this happened a while ago. How long? When did you first hear about this?
Probably maybe an hour ago.
Counting gang violence.
Look at how much blood. Come on, ain't no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's just.
Oh, he lost a lot of blood. He lost a lot of blood, yo. And nobody got to him immediately because everybody had to cover. You didn't know if another shot was coming. So he probably bled out in like 30 seconds. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah,
They haven't confirmed it yet, though. So
yeah, they're not gonna confirm it because they waiting. Listen, the Democrat media gotta spin it, right? They gotta blame it on him. They gotta blame it on Trump or blame it on the rhetoric around the conversation around Irina Zarutska and the less rhetoric caused this. But he's dead. Shout out to Raul Rodriguez, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. If you want to come up, if you know anything about this, I don't know anything about this. I just learned, like many. If you got any insider information, man, please come up and tell us, man. We out here trying to, you know. We trying to figure this one out, man. We trying to figure this one out, man. That shit crazy, man. And they caught the dude on the scene, and he's talking about, I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. Yeah, okay. But, you know, we still got the right to, oh, man. Wow. Wow. Yeah, there's still no news. I'm looking on Twitter right now. There's still no news about whether he's dead or not. Let me go to YouTube, man. This has been a wild time for America, man. Jesus Christ, your avatar is insane, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Yeah, man. Oh man. Damn, Charlie Kirk. Whew. 58 seconds ago, he's in critical condition. What the fuck? Yo, this man is not human. He's a robot.
Yeah, the fact that he's not even wow.
He lost like 2 pints of blood in the first second.
Yeah, like immediately. As soon as the
Like,
bullet
listen,
hit him.
that's enough to make you die. Like, you could, if you go to the hospital and they put a needle in you and extract 2 points of blood in 1 second, you could die for that. Wow. This is absolutely crazy. Everybody's live, so I can't go to any of these channels because everybody's live. And you know you can't live stream somebody's live on YouTube. Let me see if I can go to let me see if I can go to wow. Wow. Everybody's live. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can go to Facebook. Facebook. Jeez. That's crazy, man. I gotta change my I gotta change my 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 I gotta change my fucking avatar, yeah. My what do they call this shit? My thumbnail. I gotta change my thumbnail. I'm changing my thumbnail, man. That shit crazy, man. Charlie Kirk, man. Wow. 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 You speechless, huh?
Bro, I'm trying to find shit. Like I'm trying to find people that's talking about it. Like,
This shit is insane, man. Like, yo, this shit is insane, man. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. This shit is insane. This like a new day. This is a new day.
There you have it. This is at UVU. Canceled for the day. Campus has been shut down. You just made your way out of there or are still continuing to a short time ago. Obviously, please be careful on the roadways there as you make your way wherever you are going. I mean, have you heard anything from school officials or anything like that to students like you who were there or on this campus and expecting to be there for class today, and what the next steps are for you guys?
No, I haven't heard anything. I got an email from Utah Valley, but I haven't opened it yet. I've been too busy with everything, but I do know the classes were canceled and that it was lockdown. That's all I know of.
Yeah, and obviously those reports we were telling you about of his stabilization, that comes from Glenn Beck, who is reporting that, obviously working to confirm more information on that as well. But Luke, while we have you here, let's talk about just the climate that you saw there at that rally today. Obviously, you know, it's expected nowadays something like this brings, you know, conflict on both sides and people there either for or against Charlie Kirk. You have to imagine that most people there for Charlie Kirk attending this event. But you were saying there were some people there kind of opposing him or maybe fighting back against him being there, but it wasn't as big as maybe what you would have thought or what students there on campus would have assumed.
Yeah, I would assume for something like this, the backlash, a lot more fighting on the other side against Charlie Kirk. But from what I've seen, it was pretty peaceful. It was only 20 minutes into the debate when it happened. So it's shocking to me still, even hours later, that it happened. And I don't know what caused someone to do that.
And Luke, you said too that, I believe you quoted that you were not the biggest fan of Charlie Kirk, but you attended this event. Can I ask you why so?
Yeah, I'm not on the right or left side of the spectrum. I'm just not very political at all. I see him on YouTube pass by. He's funny, has some funny comments.
What's up, Ray Wall? What's your thoughts, man?
Yo, what's going on, Doc? It was crazy.
It's cracking out here. This you can't undo this.
Nah, man, it's an old white man too.
It liberal. Ain't no
I was,
old white man. That's a liberal. That's a liberal, a violent liberal extremist.
yo, I was praying it wasn't his son. I was like, please don't be his son. Please don't be his
Some would
son.
have missed. Some would have missed, man. You know, some would have hit. Some would have killed somebody in the crowd and shit.
Oh shit.
Wow.
He died, or he just got shot?
What you think? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
What you think?
It looked bad.
Yeah.
Looked bad.
It looked
USA,
bad.
chanting Donald Trump, chanting Charlie Kirk. So it was mainly all everyone there was on the right side, I would say. There weren't many on the left side.
And how close were you, Luke?
I was about 60 to 50 feet away from when it happened. I was there way before. I just got a spot that had like a backrest so I could do homework. I could have gone a lot closer, glad I didn't. But I was close enough to see everything, even without my glasses.
And were you recording at the time?
No, I was just there just taking it all in, just trying to get a good laugh out of everything. But then it ended up not being that. Some of my friends got videos of it, and you've seen them before. They're getting viral, but no, I didn't take any pictures at all.
And Luke, real quick here, we want to take just a second to update our viewers at home watching this, that the AP has now reported that Charlie Kirk is, in fact, in critical condition at this moment, which I think many of us who have seen the video circulating online or the video that you've seen us share with you here this afternoon, that seems to be the consensus of what you would expect. He was reportedly shot in the neck/chest type area. You kind of saw his head tilt in the video when that bullet hit him, and then him falling to the ground. But again, AP reporting that he is in critical condition. We are still working to learn more information on where he is and what next steps are and the treatment that he is receiving.
Right. And again, if you're just tuning in, Charlie Kirk was shot at UVU. He was there on tour. He is a conservative influencer, and it was about 20 minutes in to his speech when he got shot. And we're hearing from witnesses that there were thousands of people there, and we actually have our reporter there, Bayan Wang, so we're going to go out to him and see what he's seeing there. Bayan?
an absolutely chaotic scene, as you can imagine. Let me step out of the way here for a second so you can see the heavy police presence at the entrance of UVU as they continue to investigate this shooting that injured Charlie Kirk. As you guys mentioned, the latest update is that he is in critical condition. And you know what? A little bit of context. Turning Point USA has a chapter here at UVU. This was a planned event that was kicked off at noon, and about 20 minutes in, that single shot went off. And you guys were describing the video there, absolutely gruesome. Charlie is in critical condition right now, and we are hearing from some of the participants that went there to listen to Charlie for this event. I have one of them with me right now. Rishi, if I could have you step towards me here. Can you just describe what you saw?
So I was watching the event, and I saw Charlie Kirk start talking and stuff, and all of a sudden all of a sudden, in a second later, I heard a gunshot, and everybody started like running in like a mob through the doors, and like it was scary.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw some of those videos on social media, people dunking down, trampling over each other. From your vantage point, I mean, was it just get out of here as fast as possible?
I got trampled in the crowd and like just like pushed through the doors, just like everyone started running.
Right. And we know Charlie usually travels with his security team. His security team was here. Did you get any kind of viewpoint on how many officers were here? Because sometimes, you know, he's not welcomed by everybody, but he speaks across the country. What did you see in terms of just law enforcement officials on scene?
I mean, I just saw everyone sitting there and then some booing of what he was saying. And then I saw officers up there just watching from above. And like, it was just all crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, Rishi, as this all happened and you were exiting UVU, did you see law enforcement rush towards Charlie? Did you see them go towards a suspect?
No, in my instinct, I just ran. I did not want to since I heard it, I just like ran straight.
Right. Okay, Rishi, thank you so much. I'm glad you're okay. So, Alyssa, Matt, we're hearing from a lot of the same accounts from different students that were watching this. We knew that there was a petition within the school objecting to him coming here. There was also a petition on change.org. And you know what? The fact of the matter is that's part of what his brand is at Turning Point USA, to get the conservative message to young adults in high schools, in colleges. This was a planned event. I was watching just a couple days ago when Charlie was speaking to Senator Mike Lee on his YouTube, talking about the state of Utah, calling it a beautiful state, a place that he really likes to come to. And, this was a planned event. And it just goes to say, who is this suspect? And we're getting mixed messages. At first, there was an alert that there was a suspect in custody. Then a spokesperson from the school said, actually, a suspect is not in custody. And so, this is still very developing. So many different law enforcement officials here. We know the FBI Director Kash Patel also tweeted on X that FBI is responding to this situation. And you have so many different law enforcement officials that are coming to this. But goodness gracious, you look at that video on social media of Charlie talking, and then all of a sudden that single shot goes off. And I don't really even want to describe it here because it is so gruesome. And latest report before you guys toss to me, he is in critical condition. You are hearing people across the entire nation right now, from Governor Newsom when Charlie was on his podcast a couple months ago, saying prayers, calling this disgusting. People from both sides of the aisle, just one that we are trying to wrap our heads around right now. Let me go ahead and step out of the way just one more time so we could get a pulse of what the vibe is here, the sense is here. Seeing some students off there in the distance running across the street, and multiple ambulances here. Even though Charlie was the only one reportedly injured in this, you heard from our student there saying people were trampling over each other when they heard that gunshot go off. And it wouldn't be surprising if we heard down the line that there were students injured in this just trying to escape. a lot of students also said, they heard the gunshot, they ducked, they weren't trying to observe what was going on around them. They were just trying to get out. As for so many years now, we've been reporting about just school shootings. And, that kind of plays into a situation like this one. Someone who has a huge fan base, Charlie Kirk, a huge fan base in Utah at UVU, having a Turning Point USA chapter here, helping him plan this event. And then so many others who were objecting to him coming here. And that's not breaking news. Almost every school that he goes to, there's objection. And you see those videos posted on YouTube on him having conversations with those people who object to his point of view, and deep conversations sometimes too, where people get something from it. That was the whole point of Turning Point.
Okay, we'll work to establish that connection with Bion here in just a second. But yeah, you can see a heavy law enforcement presence there at UVU's campus.
What are your thoughts?
That's wild. I know if it was an all-sun event, people would have died trying to get out of there. Sons ain't got no patience for shit like that. People would have been stepped on, head smashed in, all kind of shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. You think that's the guy?
Yeah, I don't have any reason to not believe him. Because here's the thing, like, they're not giving the suspect on the loose, or what, a bolo or APB or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not saying any of that. So like, you gotta presume that this is the guy.
You think they set him up since he's old? Like, hey man, why don't you take it?
I think this is Lone Wolf.
It's a lone wolf? All right.
Yeah. Because here's the thing: the dude who shot Trump.
Yeah.
He was like, these liberals are crazy. It don't take a.
That's true.
It don't take a conspiracy. Like, if I want to kill you, nothing can stop me if I want to kill you, except for bad aim, or you know what I mean? Like, the dude who shot Trump, remember, Trump's head was faced this way. At the last second, he turned to look at the monitor. If he hadn't done that, that bullet would have went straight through his brain.
Yeah. Yeah, they are crazy.
It don't have to be a conspiracy to kill somebody.
That's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now here's the thing: if this was a conspiracy, if it was, it would have looked a lot different. It would have looked a lot different. Like, I mean, like, think about it, right? Like, if you're gonna shoot your low, if you're gonna go in like this, you don't do it to take out Charlie Kirk. You do it to take out a bigger fish.
That's true. Yeah. It makes sense. It's just a one-off. But a lot of liberals are capable of this.
You said a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're evil. Like, think how nasty they are.
Yeah.
Like little whoopee. Think about the things they say. Like, their rhetoric. Like, I started the show. I had no idea this happened. I mean, I didn't have a clue. Right.
Yeah.
I was on Twitter too. I was looking up about the story about that girl. So I still didn't see it. You know, I didn't. And I said, man, I seen Whoopi Goldberg, her comments about the Charlotte train thing. I was like, yo, these are nasty. I said, that's when I'm gonna start my monologue off about how nasty they are. And somebody in the chat was like, yo, Charlie Kirk just got shot. And I was like, man, I'm gonna block you. I'm saying, I'm gonna look it up. But if it's not true, I'm gonna block you because I'm cooking right now, and you trying to disturb, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to mess up my mojo. Because I had I didn't have a whiff of a clue. Like, it wasn't like when I saw that, when I clicked on his name, and the first thing popped up was the actual shooting. I was like, what? I thought that was fake. That I will tell you that in that moment I was like, oh, this is fake.
Yeah.
To campuses that he claims lean the other way, and a lot of times that made for really good social media content on YouTube and various platforms, all of them going viral. And you talk about support he was for Donald Trump and gathering the young adults, young men to vote for the Republican Party. He was a key player for Donald Trump and the conservative movement. And he travels across the nation all the time, speaking at different campuses. And we also see all the time what we saw here at UVU, objections to his arrival, petitions to not have him come, and he goes anyway. And that's why he is so celebrated by conservative students as well. So, that's just a little bit of the backstory, but now this is the tragic story that we're bringing to our audience who might just be tuning in right now. He had an organized event here for Turning Point USA where he speaks to the students of UVU, a planned event that started at noon. About 20 minutes in, officials say a single gunshot went off. And we've been seeing conflicting reports on how far that gunshot was. We saw reports that maybe it was more than 100 feet, 100 yards away. That still has not been confirmed. And then we also heard reports there was a suspect in custody. Then another alert after that, a suspect isn't in custody. I'm thinking that by now they have a person of interest at least. And, when there's so much information being circulated around social media because of how popular Charlie Kirk was, we want to be incredibly careful what we confirm online, but and to our viewers right now. But a developing story, preliminary information is all we have to go off of, and by what we're observing on the scene. As I step out of the way one more time so you could see the response to this situation. Local, state, federal officials on scene right now, multiple ambulances here as well in case anybody else was injured, as students and staff, I would presume, fled the situation as soon as they heard that gunshot. You're talking about students ducking, trampling.
Yo, Ak, what you think the View is gonna say about this?
Something inappropriate. They're all going to say inappropriate because they don't care. They're
Yeah,
evil. You know what I mean? They're evil. They're going to say some inappropriate shit.
they're gonna say like, "Oh, we don't want violence," but you know,
They're going to say, yeah, they're going to first they're going to caveat everything with MAGA. They're going to beat you over the head with MAGA. He was MAGA.
yep,
You're not even going to hear his name without MAGA. It's going to be MAGA, Donald Trump supporter, Charlie Kirk. They're going to put everything in front of his name every single time they say it.
yeah. Then they're gonna make him violent, like he was the violent one, and the guy just met him with equal force. You know.
Yeah, like what do you expect when you go around to
Yep.
these colleges and you stirring
Yep.
up trouble?
Stay safe. Nothing like this happens again today or in the future. And so you've heard it from Marta, her experience, and how nerve-wracking to have the doors in your classroom not lock. So you can, we'll be having more information unfold as we get more details, but I'll send it back to you.
Jody Reynoso reporting live for us from Utah Valley University. Appreciate the update there. Let's go ahead and check back in with Daniel Woodruff, who is also there at the UVU campus. And Daniel, you've been able to talk to folks there on the ground as well, getting their perspective of what happened at this event. As we know, the UVU campus has since been closed, but still a lot of people trickling in and a huge police presence.
Yeah, we're here on the west side of the Utah Valley University campus, and campus has been closed. As you said, classes have all been canceled for the day. People have been asked to leave. As we got here, we saw a very long line of vehicles trying to get out, so there was a major congestion due to that. But campus is closed here at UVU due to the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And I am joined now by Sarah, who is originally from Draper, a Utah Valley University student. I understand you were inside, and it's been a traumatic thing to witness. Tell me a little bit about what you saw and how you've been feeling.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a little bit over an hour, over an hour since it's happened, and my heart is still racing and I'm still shaking a bit. It's definitely scary. Basically, Charlie Kirk came out at about like 12:06, and everybody was super excited to have him there. And the first student stepped up and they had a conversation about like Mormonism and Christianity. And then after that, they had another student step up to talk about transgenderism and the violence and gun violence that's been surrounding that recently. And that is when Charlie Kirk was shot. It was in the neck, and I watched the blood just spurt out all over his body as he slumped over and fell down. I believe that he was dead on impact, but it sounds like he is in critical condition. So big prayers going out to him, hoping that everything is okay. After the shooting, everybody was kind of shocked, and everybody fell to the ground. Everyone was screaming and really frantic. My mom was with me, and she looked up at me and said, "Run." So me and my friend grabbed hands, and we ran out of the building, out across the street, all the way to Bucked Up, across from Utah Valley, and just waited there. And we had a sweet retired law enforcement officer kind of help us out and make sure that we were safe. So,
because processing something like this, I mean, you mentioned your heart is still racing and probably still replaying what it is you saw and heard.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's definitely really traumatic, and I didn't really realize how shocked and traumatized I was until, I mean, at least 30 minutes after. I was really, I just couldn't stop crying. And I mean, it's so sad and it's so evil. So yeah, I'm just glad.
Everyone start hitting the like button. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone share. Whatever platform you're on, hit the like button, share this. We coming back tonight. Tonight we coming back hardcore on this tonight. Tonight we gonna have an extravaganza tonight. I got about another 40 minutes left on this show, but hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. We're definitely coming back hard tonight on this, man. Hit the like button so I can get in your algorithm. Share this. Comment, whatever to get me in the algorithm. Subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on.
So yeah, just going out there to support him before my next class, and what a traumatizing experience it was. So
yeah, and I think a lot could be said for the fact that at an event like this, something like that happens. Have you been thinking about that since this occurred?
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was really ironic that he started talking about gun violence right when he was shot. I mean, it's just awful. And honestly, Charlie is a hero. I truly believe that. And I believe his family are also heroes. And I wish the best for them.
And finally, Sarah, what about you personally? Because witnessing something like this, I can only imagine. I have not witnessed something like that. And so where do you go from here? And what do you think about as you process this tragic day?
Yeah, good question. I'm definitely going to be seeing my counselor. I will have a lot of therapy. And honestly, I think it's just going to bring me closer to God. And yeah, through the whole experience, just lots of prayers. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of personal work.
Sarah, I really appreciate you spending a few minutes. Thank you. Best to you and your mom.
Thank you so much.
So here on the west side of campus, just yet another voice of someone who was at this event. And the event happened just right behind us. In fact, I'll step out of the way and let photographer Ray here zoom in again just to show you. And I know we've seen a number of vantage points of this, but that tent in the distance just past that overpass is where Charlie Kirk was speaking. And then all of those bleacher type places in the foreground or background, I guess, that is where people were sitting. In fact, from this distance, I can see a lot of personal items that were clearly left behind in the mayhem of the shooting. And now a lot of law enforcement.
This would definitely stop the This would definitely stop the talk about that white girl in Ukraine. I mean, the Ukrainian refugee. This is huge news. It's not going to stop it, but this is such big news, and it's such a earth-shattering event. You know what I mean, in the U.S. political space, that this is going to have to take center stage. You're not going to hear about Trump in Chicago and D.C., but that stuff is still going to be happening. The troops didn't leave DC because that girl got the footage of that girl getting killed came out. ICE just arrested 400 people at a Hyundai plant the other day, but it's just not going. Everything still happens, but as far as the news, what's being covered, what everyone's making videos about, yeah, this is going to be center stage.
Point on campus. Alex, you've been talking to people. What are you hearing now?
Right. We've been in a parking lot here for about an hour or so, chatting with some people, some students, some others who just came here for this debate. And you can still see there is still a little bit of traffic as people continue to leave this area, trying to get back to wherever they're going to. But I'm going to interview somebody named Taylor Westmoreland, and she's special to me because this is actually my niece. You never really interviewed a family member before, but Taylor was on campus when this happened, heard the gunshots, and so I found out she was here. So that's kind of terrifying when you have a family member here. But Taylor, tell me, what did you tell everybody? What did you hear? You know what I mean? What did you hear, and then what happened?
Yeah, my friend and I got there pretty late, and so when we arrived, we were right in the building behind him, and we just heard a gunshot, and everyone just started screaming. It was really chaotic, and we just ended up turning and running. There was just crowds of people screaming, and then just like shooter, gun, and then we ended up getting outside, but it was chaotic for a really long time, really scary.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, what do you do when you hear that gun shots?
Yeah,
you freak out.
I was kind of like in disbelief for a second, and when everyone was running, and then I just started booking it. My friend threw her drink, and we just got out of there like as fast as we could. But
this is always something that happens somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it's odd to be a part of something like this. It's horrible, of course, and really sad for him and his family. But yeah, it was really scary. I'm glad everyone got out okay.
Taylor, give me hugs. I'm happy you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Matt up and that you're doing well.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so glider on the moon says New York Times reporting that the boomer glider wasn't the actual perp. No idea as to why he was arrested or even if he was a lib. Well, he could have been arrested because they could have thought he was the perp. Like, people could have been pointing like to where they thought the bullet came from, and he could have been there, and they could have just, precaution, like, yo, you know what I mean? And then they interview you, and then they look at surveillance cameras, because I'm sure it's cameras everywhere on that college, and they say, oh, he wasn't one, and then they probably like, yeah, they can be wrong in investigations. It's an investigation. And that was the first step of the investigation, detaining him. He was a person of interest. Let's salute the glider on the moon, man.
As we continue our coverage here.
Well, Alex, we appreciate that. There are so many students on campus right now for that event. It's hard when this hits home and it becomes then one of your own family members who is there at the event, and you're worried for her safety, of course, and glad everything is okay. Thank you for that report.
And we are continuing to get new information about Charlie Kirk being shot. AP reporting that Charlie Kirk is in critical condition at a local hospital. And this is something that we are certainly going to continue covering. We do have several reporters out there on the UVU campus. We do want to go ahead and check in with Andrew Adams. Andrew, as we've been hearing from Alex and Daniel and Dan, there are folks still trickling in, although campus is closed right now, giving us their perspective of just how traumatic that experience was.
Well, an extremely traumatic experience for a lot of people, especially when there were deep feelings about Charlie Kirk. A lot of people love Charlie Kirk, and to see this happen in front of him was just unbelievable to them. Getting in and out of campus is pretty wild right now, with the campus essentially being evacuated after this and the school being closed for the rest of the day. You have a lot of traffic backup migrating out. These two students here decided to chat with us for a minute. They're just waiting out the wait, which is quite long, and I appreciate you being willing to talk with us. Austin Watson, Sierra Arbon, you were there this afternoon. Just tell me how it went down from your eyes.
I mean, it was pretty chaotic with all the people. There was hundreds and hundreds of people in attendance that were just listening. I mean, he had a huge support here. Everyone was cheering for him. There was obviously some protesters too, and then it was honestly pretty hard to hear. So I guess what had happened was someone asked him a question about, and we heard a shot, and for a second it was like it didn't even feel like it was like actually happening. It almost sounded like a firecracker. And then from where I was standing, I was a little bit, I wasn't right up next to him, but I saw him double over, and then everybody like went down to the ground. And then after a few seconds, it was just like a sea of people just trying to get out of there. And yeah, there's videos you can see online. There's just, everyone's coming out full speed, and there's phones on the ground, AirPods, like everything. Everyone's just leaving all their stuff, and it was pretty chaotic. So it was crazy.
Terry, you were watching that. What went through your mind as this was just happening?
A lot of things were going through my mind. I was thinking about how I wasn't supposed to be there today and how I was supposed to be at work, but then it got canceled. And I was scared. It was a scary situation, but kind of along the same lines as Austin. I thought at first that it was a firecracker, and then I realized that was a gunshot because I'm short, so I didn't see above the crowd. I couldn't really see Charlie when it happened, but yeah, it was scary.
What interested you most about Charlie Kirk and why you came out today?
Well, I would say he's just an interesting person. I honestly haven't listened to a ton of his stuff, but I knew that he is like a pretty strong conservative Republican figure, and I lean more that way. So I just was interested to see what questions other students at UVU had to ask and what his response would be to them is really it.
Austin, you followed him a little bit more. Tell me just your thoughts.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really respect Charlie as a person. He's a great person. He's a family guy, a good Christian. Like, he has strong beliefs. They chatted a lot about religion right before it happened. I mean, there was only one question before the shooting, but I really think he's a great person, and he sticks up for what he believes in, and I respect that. And I enjoy watching him debate people. He knows what he's talking about, and he comes from a state of logic, and I respect that a lot. And so I've watched his videos for a while, for years now, honestly. So I think, yeah, he's a really interesting person. I was pretty excited to hear that he was coming to Utah so that he could see, what Utah's about and have his support group here, because I know a lot of people really respect him here. So it's pretty sad that it had to happen here.
Well, I was going to say, just the fact that there was a shooting, he was shot at an event like this. Your thoughts about that?
Honestly, it's kind of shocking just seeing how many hundreds and hundreds of people were there in support of him. And, I think it's really sad. I think people are trying to prove a point. It didn't change my thoughts on the right to bear arms at all. And so it seems like it was kind of for nothing. And I think people just want recognition.
Wow. Jeez. Charlie Kirk, man. Let's see if they got any more.
And too many people in our position do not take security, do have to do. And
okay. I'm not gonna do that. She's live on YouTube. Jeez. This is crazy, man. Yeah, you gotta take your security.
And it seemed like everything was in chaos. They were super hesitant about letting us test.
That's the aerial view.
To get these two students some help. Another gentleman I spoke, he's in cuffs.
He did mention a name because he recognized the gentleman, but I'm reluctant to share that name now because we're not sure what that gentleman has to do with this, if anything. But then after that, he turned around and left. The police were so focused on getting to Charlie Kirk that they were able to just leave on their own and get out to this position now. And as you can see from here, this police presence just keeps growing. There's more officers that keep showing up, more officers getting dressed in tactical gear. The only traffic that I see leaving campus right now is either foot traffic from students or civilian traffic in their cars. The only traffic going in, again, is just been police officers, SWAT team units coming in, mobile command units, some of the really big tank-like vehicles that a lot of police departments are having these days. And that's about as much as I've seen from out here.
Yeah, he hasn't been pronounced yet. So I mean, if you're looking for any solace, that's good, right?
This comeback tour, we understand that
University, where he was scheduled to come later this month. The petition had 3,500 signatures. Students, hundreds reportedly today, are joining on that petition to ask board trustees at the university to prevent this Charlie Kirk from coming to their campus. And it's part of a national debate over.
Yeah, the left won't try to silence.
For controversial speakers coming on college campuses, and the university's role in balancing the freedom of speech and them hearing these speakers versus protecting the safety of students.
And as we just heard from several folks, you know, they wanted to come out. This is what attracts them to Charlie Kirk, because they're able to have this type of dialogue on college campuses. Of course, it does come with some controversy. We do want to check back in with Daniel Woodruff, who is also there on campus. And Daniel, you've had a chance to talk to people there about some of the sights and sounds that they saw. And talking to some bystanders earlier today, they talked about a very calm event moments before they heard a shot.
Yeah, in fact, I'm joined by two more Utah Valley University students who told me that they were some of the first actually to arrive morning for this event. Logan and Raleigh here. Logan, we'll start with you. What kind of set the scene for me? What was it like this morning when you got here, and then tell me what happened?
Yeah, we arrived, I want to say, an hour and a half before everything went on, and there's a couple hundred people here, pretty chill. But then as things went on, people just gathered. I would say there's thousands of people here. And we thought things were just a little unsecure. We thought, you know.
In terms of security getting in?
Yeah, security getting in. There weren't a lot of officers around, police officers. So we just thought things, I don't know, just it didn't seem right from the beginning, in my opinion.
Raleigh, as you were there, what did you notice as the crowd was kind of settling in, and who was there?
Yeah, so we're all there. We're having a good time, excited to see Charlie. The majority of us were, we support Charlie, and there's a group of other people that were kind of antagonizing us up on this bridge up here. And I don't know, there's definitely some kind of bad feelings towards each other, but we didn't think much of it. Like, we thought the security was a little bit off. Like, there wasn't many people looking around to see if anything suspicious was going on. But I don't know. It was a tragic thing that happened, and really sad. And we don't really wish that on anybody.
And Raleigh, when it happened, where were you, and what did you see or hear?
Yeah, so me and Logan and a couple other my buddies, we were, I don't know, 15 feet away from Charlie, give or take.
Like 5 rows back.
Maybe 5 rows back. And all of a sudden, after the first questionnaire, the person asked a question, the second guy walked up, he started saying something, and then we just heard a pop. It sounded like a firework, but it just echoed around. No one really knew what was going on. And everyone kind of just got stunned for 3 seconds. And then everybody's dogpiled on top of everybody, trying to get low to the ground, mass chaos, and it was pretty scary. Everybody was like freaking out, trying to find the people they're with, make sure they're safe. We didn't know if there was going to be more shots fired or anything. We were like, I had no idea.
Logan, were you watching the stage where Charlie was speaking when he was shot?
Yeah, so I actually saw it happen, and it was really disturbing. You know, he fell back, and we all dropped. He was rushed off, and then we all just ran towards this way, like through that bridge under there. So, yeah, it was just really disturbing, hard to watch.
We know that this event had attracted some controversy with the petition to try to cancel it. But as you were here and as the event began, I mean, I imagine that it felt like you were surrounded by people who were like-minded or who at least supported him being here to speak.
Yeah, I would say majority of the crowd was for him. You know, there was a lot of chants going on. A lot of the people were for Charlie. There were some people in the back that were, you know, against him, but I would say majority were for him.
And as you've processed what happened, I mean, it's been now I guess a couple of hours. I don't even know what time it is, but what's been going through your mind as you've just sort of been replaying what you watched?
Just, I'm lost for words. I don't know. It's something we'll remember for the rest of our lives. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Obviously super sad and tragic. And I think it's sad that we can't even have a civil conversation anymore. It just turns into stuff like this. Like, he has an open mic. Like, if you disagree with him, come talk to him. But apparently that's not what some people want to do, and they want to just have violence and lash out instead of talking through things.
We love Charlie. We hope he's okay. Yeah, we're praying for him, and we hope everything's all right.
And in terms of engaging with him, that's, as I understand, the point of the tour, correct? Is that
I saw somebody in the chat say,
engagement.
That's exactly right.
that it
So if you
wasn't the
disagree with
boomer.
him, he welcomes you up, and
Yeah.
he'll try to be respectful.
I heard that. Yeah, that's what God on the Moon said. It wasn't the Moon. Yeah. So they.
So I he's getting arrested.
I mean, he could have been a person of interest.
So the guy's still at large.
Maybe. They're not. The internet should know. One thing about the internet, man, they find shit out. So if they don't know, that does let you know that he might still be out there.
They confirmed it.
What, that he's dead?
Yeah.
Nah, they haven't pronounced him yet. Because I mean, it's if his brain's not dead, if his brain is dead but his body's still alive, he's technically alive. You know that, right?
Okay.
We can pull the plug, you know, give the family some time or whatever to pull the whatever. But yeah, it's there's nothing new coming out of the news. Nothing new coming out of the news. It's just straight like responses from people who were there. We're not getting any news.
So what do you think this is gonna do for, like, you know, the political landscape? Or do you think this really is gonna be like when they tried to assassinate Trump? Like, niggas got mad for a little bit, they shit went right back to business as usual.
Your mic is jacked up, but I think that this is well, Trump surviving that, like, that did kind of galvanize his base, and plus he survived. Like, this guy, if this guy's dead, and there is so much to learn. If he's alive or is he dead? Who did it? You're gonna have all the conspiracy theories. We're in like a state of waiting right now. My expert opinion, just from seeing it, he did. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that can shoot that rifle from that far away, steady hand, probably wouldn't be that older guy. Maybe it would be a younger guy. But yeah, it's a lot to learn. I don't know. It's a lot to learn, man. There's a lot to learn. A lot we gotta go. Yeah.
Do you think conservatives will ever start crashing out like this?
Nah.
You think it's because they're scared, or you think it's because like they just fundamentally don't think this is the right way to go? They're on some like we're above that shit.
Like conservatives are different. Like most of the liberals, they're radicalized. They're radicalized. Even if you're BLM or you're trans or you're just Trump derangement syndrome, you know, you, or your Gaza, whatever liberal tentacle you are on, it's radical. It's emotion, a lot of emotion. Most of the right wing, um, you know, uh, bases are not emotionally driven like that. Like it's like uh, less taxes, smaller government. Like it's not like the left is like on like yo Gaza, Israel bombing kids and shit, trans rights. You know what I'm saying? Trans and all these things are emotional hot buttons. So they more likely to crash out. Plus they're less intelligent too, like on average. Like, you know what I mean? They're younger, they're less intelligent, uh they're less employed, you know what I mean? They're less patriotic. So they're not like family. They have less. They're less likely to have a family to report to. Like you can't just crash out if you got a family, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just crash out if you got a mortgage. You can't just crash out if you got kids. You're putting kids through college. You can't. But if you got like a septum nose ring and purple hair, and you're like fucking, you had like a trans surgery and shit, or you know what I'm saying? You got some shit cut off you or some shit, and you're like fucking hopping from one fucking country to the next, Ukraine this week, Gaza, you just all over the place, and you're like, like maybe homeless or half homeless or mentally ill on a bunch of pills and shit. Yeah, or you're fucking black and you're fucking just black, like the black existence. You're just fucking more likely to be less responsible, less stable, less attached to reality. Um, you know, and then you're also mad right now too, like you're not in power. So yeah, you throw all those factors together. I think that's why liberals crash out more and are more dangerous than Republicans or conservatives. And also, when libs are in power, they punish Republicans for lashing out. When Republicans are in power, they don't punish liberals for lashing out. They don't bring the hand of God down. Like if January 6th happened the other way around, those people would have like got like probation or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Yeah, I definitely feel what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't have been no. It wouldn't have been sending them fucking people to prison. Like them dudes was in DC jail. The dudes in, you know how fucked up DC jail is. Them niggas was in there with a bunch of YNs and shit and fucking savages. They were in the
Yeah,
jail. They weren't like in no special kind of jail. They were
yeah,
in jail.
they were in there with the YNs washing drawers and socks.
Yeah, they was in there. They was in there. They was doing hard time. Um, and that's the
How
ones
long?
that was doing short time. Like if you was, they sent you to the feds if you had more time than that. Yeah.
What was the like the most times they were getting roof for that shit?
Some people got like double digits years, like four
What?
years. Yeah, some 4 years was probably like the average. Like, yeah, they
Dang.
was cooking them people, man. Because the left don't play. The left does not play. Look what they did to Alex Jones, right? Like
Yeah, then how that nigga
they
owe
don't.
like 100 billion or some shit.
Yeah, and then they took his platform. Like they took, Charlie Kirk. If the liberals was in charge, you wouldn't be seeing Charlie Kirk videos. he can come out of hiding. He can be amplified now that the left's not a power, but they don't play, man. The left don't play, man. They much hardcore than the right. Right, almost like pussies. You know what I'm saying? Like compared to the left.
Do you
You
think
know?
the right needs to start crashing out?
No, I think that you do what you do. I'm against being a fake dude. Like if it ain't you, don't do it. But I think they need to crash out with legislation. They need to crash out with the pen. Crash out. You know what I mean? Crash out with laws and shit like Trump is doing.
Right.
With ICE, crash out that way. But as far as like just going out and you know, no, that's not them. You know.
Mm. Yeah, I mean this should just because like they tried it with Trump, they got Kirk out the paint. Well, it looks like they did. We haven't confirmed it yet. I mean, I just feel like this is gonna be more normal because it's like, bro, those are two huge political figures on the right, and like I just feel like this shit is gonna start being more and more frequent.
Oh wow, he's passed. So he's passed.
Okay, damn.
He's passed. I knew.
Reminding folks that the campus is closed right now. Classes have since been canceled, and as we've been talking to our reporters, there's still people trickling in. But as you can see from the Chopper 5 footage here, we did see what appeared to be law enforcement going door to door from building to building, and that coincides with what UVU has posted on X. They are making sure that the campus is secure. They're going building to building. If you are on campus, they are escorting people safely.
What's up, man?
Yo, I just got out of work. I was listening to your show during my last period.
Uh-huh.
I had like one little class. I couldn't believe this shit.
Yeah, he's officially. They say it's official, man. He's dead, man.
Do you think the left will kind of chill, or they still gonna attack?
I think they still gonna attack, man.
Yeah, I don't think they ever gonna be done until the right is vanquished.
Sick of feeling the way that we all feel right now, particularly the way that Charlie's wife and kids who probably have no.
Let me see, Jimmy.
Me with show me my break takes, or I'll boycott, or I'll take you up.
Going to do, because if you don't do something, I'm afraid that we are going to have to do something even worse, and it's not going to be good, and blood will be spilled and chaos will erupt. So if you'd like to keep law and order, I don't think we're going to take any more of this. And I can say that we've gone from being fatigued in the Ukrainian issue of the young refugee woman to now being enraged and wanting justice. We're going to want the freedom of association. We want a Bukele-style reform on violence. But in terms of this, we don't just have black
Freedom
on
of
white.
association.
The Charlie Kirk is dead. Trump has just posted on True Social that Charlie Kirk is dead. Age 31. Wow. He's a very impressive man for 31. I thought he was like 40 or something.
1993 he was born.
He's only 31.
Charlie Kirk was young as hell. With Candace Owens fucking running around and shit.
Well, he's very impressive young man for 31. My God. I would have guessed he was my age. Like I ain't even, what I'm saying? Because when I put my little my hair dye in, man, it takes years off of me, man. So it's like, wow, I just thought he, had hair dye and shit, and, shaves. I didn't know he was fucking 31. Because I mean, like, wow, he don't look like a 31-year-old. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like got a strong face. You know what I'm saying? But damn, that's crazy. He's dead. Wow. We all knew it though. Like anybody who your gut feeling when you first saw it, like you saw that much blood leak out in that first second, you gotta rationally think that the next seconds and the seconds after that, the same amount of blood was leaking. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just going that much blood gonna come out and this is gonna stop. Like, it's just like he probably like lost like half of, you know what I'm saying? He probably lost
That
like, you know.
that was some shit where you were gonna have to stop that shit immediately. Like
Exactly.
like
It was
somebody
gonna
was
have to
gonna have
be
to catch
an
that shit
ambulance.
as it was coming out.
It's got to be an ambulance on the scene for some
Yeah,
other,
yeah,
like,
literally, bro.
somebody else had like a heat stroke and the ambulance was already there, tending to them. And then they was like,
That's
oh,
not one of those. That's not one of those like slow leaks, man. That shit was dog. Soon as the bullet hit him, that shit started fucking erupting out of his neck, bro, like a volcano.
like yeah, exactly. It was spurting. It wasn't like leaking. It was spurting.
Video I want to share with you from a witness moments ago, a witness to the shooting today in Utah. Let's watch.
So I really agree with Charlie on a lot of things politically. So the only thing I didn't agree with him on was the concept of religion. And so that was the first question I asked him, was that Mormonism was more historically correct than Protestantism in regards to theology. And we had a nice conversation back and forth. We disagreed, of course. And then we kind of just ended it at that with the historical evidences. He tried to hold to the Bible a lot more in regards to archaeological evidences, which is not really what I was asking. But after I got done talking to him, I really couldn't exit because there was such a big crowd. So I turned around, and like 10 to 20 seconds later, after I got done talking to Charlie, I saw that he was shot in the neck and that he was squirting blood everywhere. But I was piecing things together, and it was really weird because the second guest that I talked to, before I went to ask him the question, what I was going to ask him, he was talking to him about how he was going to ask about transgenderism or something like that, but nothing about shootings. And this is the irony that came to me, which was like, right when he asked that, not like 5-10 seconds later, he was shot. And not only that, right after that, someone confessed to it who had no weapon, which makes me think that it was clearly a setup and that multiple people were involved.
That could be the case. Yeah, that's called a conspiracy.
Oh, yo,
Multiple people conspired.
no, I was just thinking, bro. Since we don't know the idea of the shooter yet, I know this might sound far fetched, but what if it's like a super alt right dude that's like trying to like purify the right? You know, I'm just saying that could be a possibility. I think it's probably like a
Right
super
now,
a super
anything.
leftist progressive dude, but
I would, if you had money, put your money on the leftist.
yeah, I'm putting my money on the leftist. But I was
All of
just
the
saying,
people
like,
that he's touched
well,
would
that would
be
be crazy if it was like a super like far right.
would be comforted by the Lord right now. I pray that his parents would feel that presence of the Lord that only the Lord can fill.
Damn. Suspect still at large. That is bananas. That's bananas, yo. Usually. Fox Reno misidentified the Charlie Kirk shooter as Michael Mallinson. The suspect is now being attributed on X as George Hodgson Zinn, previously arrested in 2013 for a bomb threat at Salt Lake City Marathon. So this is the suspect, George Hodgson Zinn. Let's see.
A bomb threat is a very weird thing to get arrested for, bro. It's very
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah. Oh. It
Damn,
says
you think they're gonna catch the shooter?
a
McGregor,
German
so
Jewish They calling him a German Jewish. Of course, they bring. Of course, he's got to be. They're going to try to say he's Jewish. Um, let's see. It says freedom fighter George Hodgson Jin, who shot Charlie Kirk, a shotgun in one hand, Hodgson in the other. Oh my lion! Uh, Um, that's not him. This is the guy that they say it is. Did it? Initial report from Fox Reno 11 appeared to have incorrectly identified the Charlie Kirk shooter as Michael Mallinson, who was noted to be living in Toronto in 2023. New information circulating on X is now saying the suspect is a man named George Hodgson Zinn. Notably, in April of 2013, Hodgson Zinn, then a 59-year-old Utah resident, was arrested after sending an email offering to help place bombs near the finish line of the Salt Lake City Marathon. He was charged with making a terroristic threat. Zen also had a record of minor offenses such as trespassing and was locally known as a political gadfly. While no explosives were ever found, the incident led to heightened security during the event. Further background details on Zen, along with potential motive, are still emerging. So, do they have this guy in custody? They don't have him in custody. It says yes, George. See, this is a lot of, yeah. I don't know who these people are, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I ain't even gonna lie.
So this is the real shooter.
I don't know. This is. I don't know. I don't. I ain't gonna lie to you because it's conflicting stuff going. It's conflicting stuff going on. It says George Hodgson's in. Um,
Wonder if a bomb threat is like an automatic felony. Probably is.
threatening to blow up the finish line at a yeah. That's definitely a felony. I don't know, man. This is so crazy.
I don't think it's that old guy. I definitely don't think it's that guy.
If somebody knows how to use a fucking sniper rifle, though, so it's probably not a nigga either.
Nah.
That level of accuracy, nah, ain't a
Of
nigga.
course, the accuracy, the still not
One shot.
flaunting it, not flossing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
That level of stealth.
one shot. Like he just shot one time.
Yeah.
Wow,
not
look at
posting
this.
it on
My
IG.
sympathy to
It started already.
Charlie Kirk's family and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously is, uh, become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to have somebody in custody. But I will say that political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say it's got to stop. And I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it. We've seen the January 6th rioters who clearly, have tripped a new era of political violence. My sympathy.
Wow. They don't have any soul.
Unhit.
They're heartless, man. They are heartless.
I remember when Trump almost got splashed, bro. Fucking Destiny was fucking. He was like, "Yeah, I don't really give a fuck" and all that shit. I was like, "Damn, he's fucking." I fuck with Destiny, but these left leaning people, bro, they don't dog. This That's a whole different animal right there.
Right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
give you some credit.
yeah, they are definitely savage with it.
Have you ever listened to like some of these online like lefty debaters, bro? They like debate like whether violence is justified against conservatives just because of like their views on immigration and shit like that.
Yeah,
They're dead ass serious, bro.
look at this.
And there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Look at all of these people. Look at these people, right? Like I was talking about earlier. Look at him. He's a white guy with tattoos all on his face. What a waste of white skin. You were born with white skin, and you've tattooed all that shit on your face. So you've kind of like you're kind of like a weirdo. She's born. Look at her, the lip, the braids, all this shit, the funky hair. She's fat, out of shape. Um, tatted up. Look at this one. This Asian guy, he's a girl. He's got a girl haircut and a bunch of nose rings, septum shit coming out his lips and his face. Look at these people. This is the people. Look at this fucking guy, a fucking big, full ass, shaggy ass beard, no shirt on, a hat to the back like a teenager. All these. And then let's see this bitch right here. This bitch right here. Let me see. Look at this. Look at this. Whatever that is, I don't even know if that's a woman. I don't know what that is.
Bro. I wonder, like I said, I wonder what niggas gotta say about this shit.
Oh man, they're gonna go in. They have no empathy.
Nah, they're not gonna go in like white liberals, bro.
Not like white liberals, but they will go in.
Was that you? We don't know if it's him or not.
Yeah, I don't think he did it. I think it's a pawn.
Hey, let him in. Hey, leave him. Shoot me.
Man.
I just want to know who the shooter is, bro. I want to know what the shooter is, what their ideology is.
Yeah, man, we're gonna come back up tonight about this, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Salute to everybody. Support the channel. Everybody hit the like button, all that whatnot. Let me read this last super chat, man. Before we get out of here, Gary Reed says the shot heard around the world. Unfortunately, this is about to kick off major conflicts. Shout out to you, Gary Reed, man. Tune in tonight, man. Tune in tonight, everybody. Tune in tonight. We're coming back tonight, 10-ish, 10:30-ish. We're coming in hard tonight. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna anybody that know everybody do your research because I don't know it. I'm not gonna be able to do research. I'm about to go get the kids and I'm gonna be with them for the next couple of hours. So y'all do y'all research and come back here tonight, man. Salute. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here.
All right, I'll let you later.